Hello and welcome back to my allotment, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I've got so much that I want to get on with this week. I'm going to be bringing you here 3 days with me this week. So today's Tuesday, I'm coming back Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm going to bring you along for the whole week of what I'm doing down at the allotment. Today I've got about an hour, and what I want to get sorted today is the big polytunnel. So yesterday I came up and I planted my cucumbers and some dwarf beans. So I've got a row of cucumbers which are all on string, and then I've got some dwarf beans at the front here, and I've actually planted some marigolds in between those as well. So I need to clear up all of the rubbish in here. There's lots of old plant tags, rubbish that just gets blown in here. I'm going to get all of that picked up. I'm going to weed in between. I'm going to finally harvest the last of my spring greens and the last of my kale that's in here. I'm going to tie the grapevine up because it has gone absolutely mad and it's still growing. I need to put string down to hold up all of my tomatoes. Everything needs a really good water, and I want to put another layer of wood chip just here where the main path is going to be. So I've got quite a lot to do. I haven't got much time today to do it, so I am just going to crack on and get all of this rubbish picked up, get it all weeded and go from there. So that is looking so much clearer and so much tidier in here. Really pleased with that. I've got 3 open bags of compost. They're all different compost, multi-purpose, ericaceous. I'm just going to give the tomato plants a good water. The soil is very dry in here, and then I'm going to mulch around them with the different compost that I've already got opened, just to use them up and hopefully give the plants a little bit of a boost. am so pleased with how all of that looks now. So it all looks a lot clearer. Everything's got lots of room to grow now, and it has all been mulched with lots of nice compost. I wasn't sure how much compost that was going to cover, hence me starting off with small bits just around the tomato plants, but then I realised that I had enough probably to do the whole thing. So it's all had a nice extra mulch to give it a bit of a boost. I'm really pleased with that. I will see you back here tomorrow for my next task this week. So I'm going to get this open. This is in desperate need of clearing out now. As you can see, the purple sprouting broccoli has all gone to seed. It has gone absolutely nuts in here. I'm going to take all of this out, and all of this is just going to go into the compost. But within here is also garlic that needs harvesting. So take out all of the brassicas, they're going on the compost, and harvest the garlic. So the garlic in the mini polytunnel has got leaf miner. I don't know if you can see that. But these are all gonna have to go because they are all absolutely covered with allium leaf miner, which is a bit of a shame. That is all now clear. This needs a good mulch of compost. I haven't done that for a couple of years now. I think I've just done a small one around plants when I've planted in the last couple of years. It has not had a good layer of compost. So I'm going to do that before I plant anything, but that'll be next week now. I'm now going to turn my attention to this area over here. It is so overgrown. I need to get rid of all the stinging nettles and all the weeds and freshen it up. I've got some thicker gloves on now because there's a lot of stinging nettles here, but I am gonna spruce up this area. So I've got a big pile of brambles and stinging nettles. I've taken off the wood, the branches that I had on the top, and this metal wiring that the pond plants were in. A lot of the pond plants are actually fine. I'm going to put them back in, but they were just getting a bit drowned out with all the weeds. I'm just going to scoop all of this off the top, and I'm just going to use this piece of guttering for it. I'm literally just going to scoop all of the leaves and things up and try and get all of that out. So I've just got this tiny area here now to clear. So now I'm going to put the pond plants back. So I'm just giving these a small weed and then just putting them straight back in, and hopefully that might let them do quite well. But this iris looks beautiful, so maybe it'll have a bit more of a chance without all the weeds in there. I think that looks so much better already. So I've just taken all of the brassicas out of the polytunnel and I've had a good tidy up of that area. Now I need to turn my compost because I want to put all the brassicas in the compost. I've got 2 full and I'm going to show you what they're looking like now. So this one here has been going the longest. So this one here is now ready to turn into this one, which is empty, which means that this one, which is not so old, can then be turned into that one, and it means that all of this can go in here. One of those jobs that aren't very fun but very satisfying. And doesn't that look so much better now? Polytunnel's clear. Wood chip on this area, I only did 1 run. I haven't got my big shovel, so I'll save the rest for tomorrow. But I think that just makes that area look so much better. So I'm pleased with what I got done today, but I will be back tomorrow, so I will see you then. So it's day 3, it is now Thursday, and I'm back down here. It's actually really windy today. First thing I'm going to do is feed my tomato plants. So I've just got my watering can full of water, and I'm just using your bog standard tomato feed you can get from pretty much anywhere, supermarkets, garden centres, and I'm just going to use a capful in each watering can and get these tomatoes watered. tomatoes are now watered and fed, I'm just going to take this old compost bag, go around the plot and pick up all the rubbish and plastic so that I can put it in the bin when I get home. Now it is time for something a little bit more fun than I've been doing the last couple of days, and that is harvesting. I've got some peas to harvest among some other things, so I'm going to go round and see what I can take home with me. Nice fat peas to harvest. I just love how this bed looks. So this has got so many things in it. It's got foxgloves, it's got peas, it's got courgettes, chives, strawberries. It's actually got carrot seedlings in here as well. It's got borage. It's just absolutely full of crops and flowers, and I just love this look. It's also full of weeds, but let's not talk too much about that. So I'm now going to harvest the courgettes that are growing on this plant. This corner by my mini polytunnel, I've got some strawberries growing, so let's harvest those. And there's also a few in that bed that I was just in with the courgettes. Get those ones. I have harvested these this week, so it's just a case of rummaging through and seeing if there's anything left. So I'm now in my fruit cage and I'm going to see what I can harvest from in here. Right next to me is the gooseberry that I've been dying to try. So just look at the size of that gooseberry, and it's quite firm, but there's a little bit of give. So I'm going to try it and see if it's ready. Let's see. That is nice. It's still quite hard, but actually I quite like that. So I'm going to harvest a few of the bigger ones, and then it gives a bit more space for the other ones to grow, and I can enjoy those while the other ones are getting bigger. So right here you can see my currant bush is absolutely full of currants, and I'm sure that these are ready now. Let's try one. Delicious. I've got some lovely blueberries on this bush, which are ready. And I've got some raspberries over this side. These peas have just gone absolutely mad, but they are ready to harvest. So I'm going to go through and get them all off. You can just see how big and fat the peas are, so I know that they definitely need to be taken off now and harvested. And look, some of them have already been eaten. Something has enjoyed these peas, so it's about time we do. So I don't think that that is a bad harvest for today. I'm going to sow some pak choi in the bed here where the peas were. I'm going to do that now. So that's the pak choi now all sown in this bed. This bed was the bed that I just took the courgettes out of. I need to give this a little bit of a weed, and I'm going to do the same with this one. I haven't shown you this one recently. This is my asparagus bed, which I've let the asparagus all come up now. So that's all come up, and there's a lot more spears coming up, which is really exciting because it's going to get loads of energy back down to the crown. But in the rest of the bed, I sowed some different things. So this is radishes. So if you look underneath, you can see those radishes are coming up now, looking really good. So I'm really excited about that. I might actually harvest some of these, some of the bigger ones, to make room for the other ones to grow, but there's just absolutely heaps of them. Over here I've got beetroot, and the same thing. I'm gonna let them grow, and then I'll probably just thin them out a little bit as and when. More radishes. So again, so ones this size I will just harvest and I will just take them home, but I've got them all around this asparagus bed. In this corner I did swede, so these are a little bit further apart, and again I will thin them out because there is still a lot of them, but that's my swede. And then right in the middle, so I've got some here and I've got some that side as well, is turnips, and I have sowed these really thickly, so I need to thin these out. Actually, there's way too many of them, so I think I'm going to thin them out today as well. So that's a lot clearer now in that bed, and I've harvested a few of the radishes from this bed, so that's a lot clearer. There's not actually many weeds in that one, which is really good. So I feel like I've had a really productive 3 days. I feel like I've got so much done. Thank you so much for watching me today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.